Hey traders, TG Watkins here. Today I'm going to be talking about trader tax status. This is a thing that I've known about for a long time, and it took me a very long time to actually implement it because I had a lot of people kind of tell me this or that and the other thing, like, oh, you have to have really restrictive qualifications in order to get it, and maybe there aren't really that many benefits. But I'm telling you, the more that I've looked into it and now that I'm actually in it, I think there are a lot of benefits here that you guys should actually know about. And I think if we are trading kind of the way we are in the Moxie room and you guys are following along, there's a good chance that you can actually fall into the trader tax status, which I think is a good and beneficial thing as long as it applies well for you. So make sure you talk to a CPA and all that before you actually take any of this, because it's not actual financial advice. I'm just going to show you guys what I've been learning. Okay, so let's dive into it. So what actually is trader tax status? It is a tax designation with the IRS, and it offers significant tax advantages for active traders, not investors. And this is something we'll talk about in a little bit in this, but you do need to make sure that you are active. You need to meet specific criteria, and it's not automatic. So you do need to make sure you have these things that fall into place in order to make sure that you get this, and you can fall out of it each year into it just based on how much you're actually trading. So it's not just some automatic thing. You do actually need to kind of file as that way. And then, so what defines a trader? This is kind of another thing. Now, this is a little bit interesting when it comes to the IRS. It's not like a box that you check that says trader tax status. It's just a way that you file your taxes. And then if the IRS ever decides to audit you, you can prove it. So it's more of a, do you fall into these categories, and make sure that you can prove it in the future. And what that really comes down to is that you have substantial volume of trades. Now, maybe 500 trades annually. Again, they don't really have any exact numbers that say, checkbox, 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 this is now you're it. They're more like, if you can kind of demonstrate and prove that you are an active trader, then okay, you just basically need to back up what you're saying. And what that is also is regular, continuous trading activity. Like if you come over here and look at the bottom right, if you're sporadic, part-time trading, then that's not going to work. Or if you're long-term investing with very few trades, that's not going to work. Okay, like if you want to be holding your stuff for capital gains because you're going to be holding it for 12 months or more, you're not an active trader. You need to show that you have daily trading with consistent volume, your full-time or near-time full schedule. Like, this doesn't have to be your full-time job. You don't need to necessarily be employed with trading. You don't necessarily need to make this a business. You just need to show that this is a substantial part of your life and that you can fall into these categories in order to qualify for it. And your intent to profit from short-term moves. Again, basically, you're an active trader, okay? And then here are some of the tax benefits of trader tax status, and the whole reason why we're doing this in the first place and why we're looking into it. So number one, the best thing is that you can deduct business expenses. Okay, if you guys are paying attention to me, you're probably subscribing to some trading services, whether it's Simpler or somebody else or anything else like that. You can deduct those. You can also deduct anytime you go to a training event, training materials. You can deduct products, you can deduct your computers, all the stuff that is related to trading, you can deduct. You're already spending money on it, you might as well get some benefit from it, and you can deduct that from your overall income. Now, the other thing you get is the elect mark to market. Now, what that does, let me kind of jump down here real quick. The mark to market accounting, and this is kind of the stuff that I like, is that it treats your year-end holdings as sold at market value. So basically, your trading account is from January 1 to December 31st. You don't have to worry about, oh, did I sell it in this year versus last year? It's wherever your account is from January 1st to 31st, whether you've sold it or own it. Okay, so we don't need to worry about rolling over from December to January and then we can finally sell something. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's just from those dates. The other thing is losses become ordinary. And again, you guys might need to dive into some of this on your own to familiarize yourself if you're not. If you don't have this, if you're just a regular person, whatever, you've got your W-2, you've got a job, whatever, and if you have trading losses, you can only deduct $3,000 of that each year. And so if you have a $25,000 loss one year, it's going to take you numerous years at $3,000 a year in order to recoup that loss or write that loss off. However, if you are an active trader, all of your losses become ordinary. So if you have a $25,000 loss in one particular year, you can deduct all of those against your income because it's an ordinary loss. So that works out nicely for your balance sheet as well. It just says that you need to be, elect this by April 15th, maybe a few days beforehand. Just make sure that you know that you're going to be doing this. The other thing about it is that you avoid wash sale. Now, the wash sale was originally created to make sure that savvy investors wouldn't sell something December 31st, take the loss, and then basically buy it right back January 1st. That was, they're kind of playing the game that way. And so they created the wash sale rule. However, if you are an active trader, you don't have to worry about that. Every trade you make, there is no such thing as a wash sale. And so you get benefit from all the trades you do, and none of them are restricted or cut out. This is actually a good thing too, again, if you're an active trader, because a lot of times us as active traders, we will be trading the same product over and over and over and over, and we sometimes kind of get screwed by the wash sale rules. So this is another good thing that's a benefit to us. And then convert capital losses to ordinary losses. That's what I talked about down here. Again, if you have a big loss in 1 year, you get to write it all off and deduct it, as opposed to having to do it $3,000 at a time. Okay, how to activate as a trader tax status. Now, as I said, there's no formal IRS election. You just have to be able to establish facts. If you ever get audited, you just need to prove that you've kind of fallen into these things and you qualify. Okay, like I said, there's no checkbox. The mark-to-market. This one, there are a couple things. You do want to notify your broker because they will kind of change some paperwork and whatever, and they will, the whole point of notifying your broker is that then they won't worry about the wash sales. Because if you guys ever noticed that your 1099 for your broker, usually at the bottom of it, you'll see something about wash sale, exclusions or something like that. Now you don't have to worry about this. And then you just need to make sure that you file everything in the way that you need to. Again, talk to your CPA and all of that. And I believe it's 3115 for your broker if you're going to be doing this. So there are a couple forms that maybe you want to know about, and make sure you do this in order to change some of these things, mostly for the mark-to-market so that you don't get the wash sales. All right, and then one more step that you guys might want to consider, and again, got to talk to a CPA, figure this out if you need to. These are just kind of general ideas. If you are doing this full time, like let's say you really are a trader just like me, and whether you are doing it for a company, like I'm doing it for Simpler, or if you're doing it for yourself, you can make trading a business and you could actually form an LLC around it. And there are some additional perks and benefits that you guys might want to think about also. So number one, the way you do that is you form an LLC. And that's your business entity. Now, your tax status, you would want to file an S corp. And of course, there are different ideas about this, but generally what I've been seeing is S corp is going to be the best one. There are some benefits because it's a pass-through entity, and you can manage some of your taxes this way and be tax efficient. As part of the benefit for this, if you guys needed to have a retirement, and an IRA or something like that, another way to mitigate some of your taxes is you can do a solo 401k, and you can actually stuff a fair amount of money into this. You can kind of do the W-2 employer split, and there are bigger numbers, bigger sizes that you can actually put into this. So this is another way to work with your taxable situation. You also get legal protections. You guys know an LLC is protected. So if you have your LLC over here and it's not your personal, then, if anything ever happens, at least your LLC is excluded from, say, your personal. And that's another thing to look into and consider. Once again, just make sure if you guys do this, don't rely totally on me. I'm presenting this as information. Go talk to a CPA, talk to a lawyer if you need to, brush up on any of this stuff if this is kind of new to you, and make sure that you know what's going on. And as for that, we're having a great time in the Moxie room. We're there coaching. We've got new people coming into the room every single day. We got a lot of questions that are being answered, and I'm getting a lot of good people coming and saying, hey, I really, really like what you do. I have never seen the market so clearly as the way that you pointed out, and we've been navigating this market very, very well. It's just been fun and great, and I've been having a good time. And so I want to make sure that you guys enjoy it too. So if you're interested, come over to simplertrading.com/Moxie. And that's where you can come in, try it out into the Moxie trading room. And from there, you can kind of see what I do, how I coach, how I teach, and how I see the markets, and if that is going to be of benefit for you. So I hope to see you guys in the room. We'll see you next time. Thanks.